This is the story of how Kobe Bryant almost never played for the Lakers. One of the greatest dynasties in NBA history, 5 championships, 18 All-Star selections, 33,643 career points. All of it nearly erased by a series of backroom deals, bluffs, and one stubborn center who almost torpedoed everything. The Kobe Bryant we know, the Black Mamba, the icon synonymous with Los Angeles, came within inches of wearing a New Jersey Nets jersey, or languishing in Charlotte, or never stepping foot on an NBA court at all. It starts in the spring of 1996. Kobe Bean Bryant is 17 years old, a senior at Lower Merion High School outside Philadelphia, and he's just finished his career as Southeastern Pennsylvania's all-time leading scorer with 2,883 points, surpassing both Wilt Chamberlain and Lionel Simmons. He's been named Naismith High School Player of the Year, Gatorade National Player of the Year, a McDonald's All-American, and he's made a decision that in 1996 is still borderline radical. He's skipping college entirely. He's entering the NBA draft, becoming only the 6th player and the first guard to make the leap straight from high school. That's when the chess match begins. Kobe's agent was Arn Tellem, one of the sharpest minds in sports representation, and Tellem had a plan. He knew NBA teams would be reluctant to spend a first-round pick on a high schooler they hadn't personally evaluated, so he weaponized that uncertainty. Tellem deliberately limited which teams could work Kobe out. If a team wasn't the right destination, they simply didn't get access. As Tellem himself later explained, he kept teams away by refusing to let their coaches talk to Kobe or put him through drills. He knew exactly what he was doing. But one team got the full Kobe experience and it nearly changed everything. The New Jersey Nets. Coached by John Calipari, with John Nash as general manager, the Nets worked Bryant out 3 separate times. During one session at Fairleigh Dickinson University, they put the 17-year-old up against Ed O'Bannon, their 9th overall pick from the year before, a grown man who had won a national championship at UCLA. Kobe attacked him relentlessly. As Calipari later admitted, watching those workouts you'd say either this kid was taught to fool us or he's just ridiculous. The Nets were convinced. The night before the draft, June 25, 1996, Calipari and Nash sat down for dinner with Kobe's parents, Joe and Pam Bryant, at the Radisson in Secaucus, New Jersey. Joe and Pam were thrilled. Their son would be playing within commuting distance of their suburban Philly home. Over lunch on draft day itself, Calipari and Nash told one of the Nets owners that Bryant would be a Net in 8 hours. Then the phone rang. On the morning of June 26th, Tellem and Kobe called the Nets directly. The message was blunt. Draft him and he plays in Italy. He will not play for New Jersey. Tellem even invoked the threat of Kobe going overseas, leveraging an existing Adidas deal, a staggering 6-year, $48 million contract the teenager had already signed. A Lakers Adidas contract was worth significantly more than a Nets Adidas contract, and everyone in that conversation knew it. Nash later admitted the truth. Kobe was not actually going to play in Italy, and he had nowhere else to go. It was all a bluff. But Nash also pointed to another factor, a call from super agent David Falk, who represented Kerry Kittles and pushed hard for the Nets to take his client instead. Nash and Calipari blinked. They took Kittles with the 8th pick. Calipari's own words haunt that franchise to this day. Everybody knows I was talked out of that. Years later, Bobby Marks, then a young Nets staffer, was walking through the arena hallways after the Lakers swept the Nets in the 2002 finals. Kobe walked past him, turned around and said, "Hey, you know I would have come here." Mark still believes him. We should have never let him get on that plane. With the Nets out of the picture, the real scheme could unfold. Jerry West, the Lakers general manager and one of the greatest basketball minds who ever lived, had been working in quiet coordination with Tellem the whole time. And this is critical because what happened next wasn't just about talent evaluation. It was an elaborate, multi-party conspiracy built on friendship, leverage, and timing. West and Tellem weren't merely business associates. Their wives had bonded years earlier when their sons were toddlers. The families vacationed together at the Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia. That personal trust became the foundation of a deal that would reshape the entire league. West arranged a private workout for Kobe at the Inglewood YMCA. And because he wanted to truly test this kid, he brought in Michael Cooper, one of the greatest defenders in Lakers history. What unfolded over the next 45 minutes became the stuff of legend. Kobe posted up, hit turnaround fadeaways from 16 and 17 feet, drained 10, 12 in a row. Cooper, a former Defensive Player of the Year candidate, couldn't stop him. After the workout, Cooper stood there drenched in sweat. West asked if he was okay, and Cooper said yeah. West replied simply, "He's our kid, that's our pick." Ryan West, Jerry's teenage son who had driven Kobe to the gym that day in a Chevy Blazer, put it even more directly. "Greatest workout I've ever seen." Now came the execution. West needed the Charlotte Hornets to select Kobe at 13 on the Lakers' behalf, then trade him to Los Angeles for center Vlade Divac. This would accomplish two things at once. It would land Kobe, and it would clear Divac's $4.7 million in salary off the books, creating enough cap space to sign Shaquille O'Neal to a 7-year, $120 million deal. The first thing West said to Lakers owner Jerry Buss after the pick was made, "We just got the best player in the draft." But then, the deal nearly collapsed. Vlade Divac did not want to leave Los Angeles. When he learned about the trade, he said it felt like someone hit him from behind with a hammer, and he threatened to retire. From June 26 to July 11, 1996, the Lakers, the Hornets, and Divac were locked in a 15-day standoff. West stayed on the phone with Charlotte general manager Bob Bass, insisting the deal would hold. "Bob, we have a deal, goddammit. Vlade is not going to retire. Trust me." Think about what hung in the balance during those 15 days. If Divac retires, the trade collapses. No Kobe in LA, no cap space, no Shaq, no three-peat, no 5 championships. The entire dynasty gone. It was Divac's wife who ultimately convinced him to accept the trade. On July 11th, he relented, the deal was completed, and 7 days later, Shaq signed with the Lakers. Because Kobe was still 17, his parents had to co-sign his $3.5 million rookie contract. The Phoenix Suns, by the way, were also desperately trying to trade up in that draft to reach Kobe. Danny Ainge later admitted they did everything they could, but simply could not make it work. Divac himself, looking back decades later, acknowledged the obvious. That was the best deal in NBA history. And in 2024, shortly before his passing at age 86, Jerry West was still being celebrated for this single transaction, the trade that built a dynasty. What emerges from all of this is something far more intricate than a simple draft pick. It was a conspiracy of trust between an agent and an executive. A 17-year-old's bluff to an entire franchise. A 15-day standoff with a Serbian center who did not want to go. And one workout so electric it convinced the most discerning eye in basketball history to bet everything on a teenager. Change any single variable, and the entire NBA looks different. The Lakers without Kobe. The Nets with him. Shaq potentially staying in Orlando. Phil Jackson never coaching in Los Angeles. 5 championship banners that never get raised. Every dynasty has an origin story. This one nearly never happened.